Now let's move on to the different classes of controlled airspace, starting with Class D. Terminal maneuvering areas and control zones are two examples of Class D airspace. Terminal maneuvering areas, or TMAs, are relatively large portions of airspace established over airports to protect departing and arriving IFR traffic. This is primarily done to provide IFR aircraft with full ATC services, including some protection from VFR traffic in the form of traffic advisories. TMAs vary in size horizontally. Some can be as small as this one over Puerto Princesa, while the Manila TMA spans over a vast area stretching over the two seas, east and west of the capital. Vertically, TMAs extend from 1,500 feet AGL up to, but not including, flight level 200. Now, in order to provide continuity of controlled airspace for IFR aircraft all the way down to the aerodrome surface, a control zone, or CTR, is established from the floor of a TMA down to the ground. Thus, a typical CTR extends vertically from 1,500 feet AGL down to the surface and outwards horizontally to a 10 nautical mile radius from the aerodrome reference point. While both the TMA and the CTR are usually designated as Class D, the CTR can sometimes be designated as Class C at busier airports since ATC needs to have heightened control over VFR aircraft within the airport's vicinity. More on Class C later. John King said it best that when you think of Class D, think dialogue. For VFR aircraft prior to entering Class D airspace, radio communications must be established with the approach control facility responsible for the TMA or CTR. Manila TMA, however, has an exception to this rule. VFR aircraft entering the Manila TMA can simply maintain a listening watch on Manila approach or departure frequency as stated in Item 2.1.1.2 of the RPLL Aerodrome section of the AIP in lieu of an ATC clearance. This is done in order to avoid congesting the already busy approach and departure control frequencies for IFR traffic. Just remember to be prepared to respond if you get called up by Manila approach in case you may be coming into conflict with IFR aircraft that you are not aware of. Once again, all aircraft are expected to comply with the 250 knot speed limit below 10,000 feet MSL in order for VFR aircraft to have a better chance to see and avoid other traffic. Moving on to Class C. A recent development in the country's airspace system is the establishment of Class C airspace. If you look closely at the airspace details of some relatively new airports, in the AIP's AD section under ATS airspace, the CTRs, as you can see, have been designated as Class C. More restrictive than Class D, Class C airspace provides increased ATC responsibilities at busier airports by separating not only IFR from IFR traffic, but also IFR from VFR traffic. This means that ATC can give VFR aircraft instructions to stay away from the path of IFR aircraft, but ATC will not be responsible for their separation from other VFR aircraft. It is up to the VFR pilot to inform ATC if he or she will be coming into conflict with other VFR traffic and determine whether to accept an instruction or not. As in Class D airspace, prior to entering Class C airspace, communications must be established with ATC before you can enter. There are no exceptions to this rule for Class C. And of course, you are also expected to comply with a 250 knot speed limit below 10,000 feet MSL as with Class D and G.